The secret of success. The first rays of the morning sun painted the mountains in shades of gold as a young man climbed the steep path. His face showed determination, but his heart was heavy with disappointment. For years, he had dreamed of becoming successful. He had worked hard, failed many times, and watched others achieve the success he longed for. People throughout the kingdom spoke of a wise old teacher who possessed the secret to success. Hoping to find the answer, the young man traveled across forests, rivers, and mountains until he finally reached the teacher's peaceful home. The old teacher was sitting beneath a large ancient tree, quietly watching the sunrise. The young man bowed respectfully. "Master," he said, "I have tried everything. I work hard. I never stop learning. But success always seems out of my reach. Please, tell me the secret." The teacher smiled warmly but remained silent. Instead of answering, he stood up and said, "Walk with me." Without asking another question, the young man followed. They walked through the forest in complete silence until they reached a calm, crystal-clear river. The water reflected the bright morning sky like a mirror. The teacher stepped into the river. "Come," he said. The young man followed him into the cool water. They walked deeper until the water reached their shoulders. Suddenly, without warning, the teacher placed both hands on the young man's shoulders and gently pushed his head beneath the water. At first, the young man remained calm. A few seconds passed. Then his lungs began to burn. His heartbeat grew faster. He tried to stay still, believing the teacher had a reason. But the need to breathe became overwhelming. He struggled. He pushed against the teacher's hands. He kicked with all his strength. Every thought disappeared except one. "I need air." Just before he lost all hope, the teacher released him. The young man burst above the surface, gasping for breath. He inhaled deeply again and again, grateful for every breath. After allowing him to recover, the teacher asked quietly, "When you were under the water, what did you want more than anything else?" The young man answered without hesitation, "Air." The teacher smiled. "You didn't think about money." The young man shook his head. "You didn't think about comfort." "No." "You didn't think about failure or success." "No, master." "What did you think about?" The young man replied, "Only air." The teacher nodded. When your desire to achieve your dream becomes as powerful as your desire for that single breath, nothing will stop you. The young man stood in silence. For the first time, he truly understood. Success is not a gift. It is not luck. It is not something reserved for a fortunate few. Success belongs to those who refuse to quit when life becomes difficult. It belongs to those who continue learning after failure. It belongs to those who keep moving forward one step at a time, even when nobody believes in them. The river had taught him more in a few minutes than years of searching ever had. From that day forward, the young man changed his life. He woke before sunrise. He studied with focus. He practiced with discipline. Whenever he failed, he remembered the feeling of fighting for air beneath the water. He reminded himself that if he could want success with that same intensity, he would never give up. Years passed. The young man eventually became one of the most respected leaders in the kingdom. People admired his achievements and often asked, "What is the secret of your success?" He would simply smile, look toward the distant mountains, and remember the quiet river where one unforgettable lesson had changed his life forever. Life lesson: success doesn't belong to the smartest. Success doesn't belong to the luckiest. Success belongs to those who stay disciplined, keep learning, and never give up, even when the journey is difficult. Because every great achievement begins with one decision: never stop trying. Stay wise, and I'll see you in the next story. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel.